Hi, welcome to the Micky Kerr Christmas Credit Crunch video. We were going to make it very expensive and lavish, but unfortunately, due to the financial markets being what they are, we couldn't afford to do that. This is just a very cheap and a nasty video.
It's the credit crunch Christmas, we'll all do our best. Poor old Santa Claus, he's not impressed. They took all his reindeer, his sleighs repossessed. A sarcastic thanks to the banks for this mess.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Get your pockets hemmed in, there's no more lending. The time for excess spending is ending. Pick up a needle and thread, start mending the holes in your clothes. A recession is pending, price collapse, the markets relapse. Turn off your lights and turn off your taps. Turn off your PCs, turn off your Macs. Stop buying chickens and start catching rats. My house is freezing, turned off the heating. The FTSE 100 is constantly grieving. The future's not bright, the purse strings are tight. The elderly's plight is the cold snap at night. The living in fuel poverty, gas company profits do bother me. It's daylight robbery. It's the credit crunch Christmas, we'll all do our best. Poor old Santa Claus, he's not impressed. They took all his reindeer, his sleighs repossessed. A sarcastic thanks to the banks for this mess. Boom follows bust, and bust follows boom. Go and tell that to the punters who book flights with Zoom. So wrap up in blankets and stay in your room. This is globalisation, I'm off to the moon. And you can't trust the banks when they don't trust each other. Look at Morgan Stanley, look at Lehman Brothers, look at Northern Rock, it's a northern wreck. And every gambling city banker lost his bet. And every house built is a house built on debt. Yet the mortgage repayments are not being met. And the summers we get are cold, windy and wet. Sad, weary faces, depressed and upset. But everybody, let's not forget, it's supposed to be Christmas time. It's the credit crunch Christmas, we'll all do our best. Poor old Santa Claus, he's been depressed. They took all his sacks and his sleighs repossessed. A sarcastic thanks to the Yanks for this mess. Alan Greenspan, he's your man, the man from which the credit crunch began. And now he's retired with a millionaire's tan and a golden handshake from the markets he scammed. They'll rise again soon, and when lessons are forgotten, they'll crash from those dizzy heights back to the bottom. So let's think of a time before financial fragility, before the hoarding of liquidity, before negative equity. A time when chomps were 10p. It's the credit crunch Christmas, we'll all do our best. Poor old Santa Claus, he's not impressed. They took all his sacks and his sleighs repossessed. A sarcastic thanks to the banks for this mess. The credit crunch Christmas, we'll all do our best.
We're sharing a tin of spam for Christmas dinner. Happy Xmas.